Violence has an indirect and direct role in women's imprisonment, and this has been recognised by the United Nations Special Rapporteur on Violence Against Women, for example, and many other stakeholders. While the World Health Organization has estimated that about a third of women globally, so that's 1 in 3, have experienced some form of violence in their lives, the statistics for women in prison are much, much higher, and range from between 50 and 90% of women incarcerated globally.
Most of the offenders who are charged with manslaughter, especially if the offences were committed against a spouse or a man, it is as a result of a history of continuous violence, physical violence on the women, physical abuse. So most of them have committed manslaughter by way of defense. So they end up saying it's enough is enough, and they find themselves having committed manslaughter.
Violence, like a case whereby there has been wrangles between a couple, and it has gone for some time, but you realize that the woman has harbored it, and it has reached a point where she either defends herself or she's killed by the man. So the last way of defending herself is just to commit the crime. And in the end, she finds herself arrested by the police, taken to court, and finds herself finally landing into the prison.
For cases where women have killed their abusers, often male family members, we've seen across many jurisdictions that there isn't the appropriate response to this. What I mean is that the system has not even looked at this violence as a mitigating factor. These women are victims and perpetrators, so it's a specific case where judges and legislation need to be reformed so that this violence can be taken into account.
The Bangkok Rules requires that the magistrate or the judge takes into account the mitigating factors of the women. It could be about their caregiving laws. It could be also the nature of the offense and how it was committed, also the seriousness of the offense, and also the history of criminality. If there is any mitigating factor towards that law, and if the women are pregnant or are taking care of young children, or they can mitigate on those grounds and supposed to be taken into account at the sentencing stage.